Chef D here. We're making a delicious fall dessert, the Tart Tatin. One of my all-time favorites. I'm gonna add a little bit of cream into this. I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon zest into this. I'm gonna add a little bit of rosemary into this just to jazz it up, because that's what we do here in the Twisted Dishes kitchen. Hello everybody, Chef D here. Happy to be back. My last video, I have to admit, I kind of like the music. I kind of like the music that was in my last video. I might edit it with the same music. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure yet. Mixer. My friendly mixer is a good friendly mixer. I love a me my mixer. Me and my mixer are friends. You got to get to know it, okay? We're going in with 1 cup of white flour right off the bat. Boom. Directly into that mixer. How do you do? We're going in with white sugar, 2 tablespoons of white sugar going directly into that flour. You see how I'm mixing all of my dry ingredients? And we're gonna go with a little bit of salt, just a pinch of salt, just a little how do you do, a little what for, a little get her done, okay? That's what we're doing now here. Now, what I gotta grab from the refrigerator is a little bit of cubed butter. I'm gonna get that. Not to mention a little refrigerated ice water. Why do we like everything refrigerated and nice and cold? Is to make the crust flaky. That is the goal, to have a nice flaky crust. And you need to refrigerate the butter. You need to refrigerate your water. Make it ice cold, the flakier the crust. Okay, I'm gonna attach my spade bit just like that. I'm gonna lock it out. I'm gonna add some cubes of butter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that, we're gonna walk away and we're gonna give this a little mix. So the idea here is to make sure you hit up that mixer and you go real slow, because you want it sort of look like granola, okay, like rolled oats. Okay, so we're gonna hit that mixer, we're gonna go on and off and make sure that flour slowly incorporates into the butter. Very important. There it goes now, it's slowly blending. I like to go on and off sometimes. I like to play with my mixer. I don't know if my mixer is very happy with that, but I'm not gonna worry about that at this point. I gotta make sure that it's mixed properly. Alternately, if you do not have a mixer, you do not need a mixer. What you can always do is use your hands. That's what they used to do in the olden days. You can continue that if you like. There's no need for a little helpful beauty like this. No, the Black Stallion is a gift, okay? It's a gift, a very helpful gift. But these hands have been known to do great work as well, so you don't necessarily need a mixer. You dig? I'm gonna slowly add in some ice cold water now to bring it all together. To form the dough, we wanna rest this for about a good half an hour in the refrigerator, the dough. That's a beautiful thing. We're just gonna bring that dough together now. That ice water is gonna bring the flour and the ice cold cubes of butter together quite nicely now. This is where you want to play with it. You want to just rock it on and off now. You want to ride the Black Stallion a little bit. Let it just do its thing. Slowly mix it, and watch out what happens now. Now after this, when we're getting so very close, we're going to add 1 egg yolk into this mixture, okay? 1 egg yolk. I add the egg yolk last. The reason why I add the egg yolk last is to make sure that it mixes just enough but not overly mixes into it, because the egg yolk will help the interaction of the flour and the sugar and sort of make sure it melds quite nicely together. Okay, what you can do now is just rock it, just leave it right in the bowl. You don't have to mess with it at this stage. So we're just going to leave it in the bowl and let that relax in the refrigerator for half an hour while we work on the rest of the jazzy stuff. See you in 5. All right, let's get into the heat. Let's get into the action. We're gonna make the apple filling while that dough rests. Let's get on over to the burners and the cast iron skillet. Come on. We want the heat on a nice, gentle, medium to high heat. Electric, you want to go to number 7, lucky number 7. If you've got lucky enough to have a nice blue flame, bring her down, play with it a little bit. You want a nice, gentle, medium heat. All right, sound good? Beautiful. All we're gonna do is slice up some beautiful Granny Smith apples. Some nice, beautiful Granny Smith. Look at these babies. These were just gently sliced by yours truly, Chef D. That's what we do here. We make everything from scratch, everything fresh. The ingredients that we need to make this are as such. I have 4 Granny Smith apples. I got 1 beautiful vanilla. How much vanilla? 1 tablespoon of vanilla, 1 tablespoon of whole cream. I've got 1/3 butter, a little lemon zest there that I'll mince up, some rosemary just to sharpen things up a little bit of white sugar, and I'm just going to use a little bit of that sea salt in there. So I'm super jazzed. Let's get things mixing. All we got to do, easiest dessert ever, is firstly, let's go melt some butter in a pan. Then we're going to bring over the sugar, just like that. And we're gonna let that melt and hang out together for a bit. Okay, while this is slowly melting away, hanging out, shaking hands, having a little hoedown, we're gonna head over there. We're gonna mince up some lemon and we're gonna mince up some rosemary because I like to make mine. So here we go. Little rosemary, this is how we do it. We're gonna slice a little lemon just like this. We're gonna mince this up. This is right away, you want to add in your lemon zest into this mixture, okay? It's very important because you want to release these oils. Let's go throw this right in that hot skillet right now, okay? Here we go, we're going over. And just sprinkle it all around. Just get those oils everywhere. We want to incorporate it now. This is important so it releases all its delicious lemony flavors. This is when you want to add your rosemary or any other flavors. You know what else works in there too? Is lavender. Lavender is absolutely fantastic in this as well. Rosemary and apples, like I've said over and over again, they shake hands together. They're friends. So I'm just gonna throw this rosemary directly into these apples, just like that, okay? I'm gonna let them hang out for a little bit. I'm gonna swish swash them around. Gonna make things nicer. Beautiful, let's head on over to the skillet. Let's go see how things are progressing over there. Once it's close to liquefying, add a little vanilla. Oh man, this already looks quite tasty. All your apples in there, and the rosemary. That's going right on in. A little lemon juice in there, just like I said. Now these have to roll around for just a little bit, okay? So you let them roll around, you let them hang out. While this is rolling around and hanging out like this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll out the dough and we're gonna get ready for that to go right on there and get ready to go directly into the oven. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're gonna roll out our dough. Here we go. We're gonna grab a little flour just like that. We're gonna be gentle with our flour, not too much flour because we have the right amount of flour in this bowl. After this is resting now for a half an hour, what we're going to do is we're gonna roll that out. Now it's good, it's been hanging out for a little bit. It's they've been greeting, all the ingredients have been hanging out. Again, I don't want to apply too much warmth onto this. I want to be gentle with how much how much hand work, how much heat I give my dough. It's very important that you're gentle, okay? So flour up your rolling pin. If you like to drink wine, use a wine bottle, that'll work too. And we're gonna flip, flop, and rolly dough. How to roll this is what you wanna do is you wanna do a quarter turn, and then once you see something like this happening, that's okay. You rip off a little piece and you can form it. That's why this is such a great dough to work with. It's a sugar dough, it's quite nice. That egg yolk makes it just slightly more flexible too, okay? So just be gentle up, alternately you just rotate your rolling pin. This is another great way to do it. Once it gets larger, it's hard to rotate. There we go, that looks pretty nice there. We're not going for absolute perfection. That's not what we are, because we all like to make things the way we like to make things. That's why we all enjoy how to cook. Let's go have a look at those apples. We're gonna let that rest. Let's go see what's going on. These are looking beautiful. That's what we want. We want to reduce as much of that liquid as we possibly can. So we're going to crank up the heat now that we know that the juice of the apples have introduced into that sugar mixture. We want to make sure that the juice evaporates as much as possible, creating a nice brown syrup. Now, what I like to do with mine, which is totally untraditional, is I like to add a little cream here. And I mean just a little bit of cream. This is lovely. Look at all this liquid. This is good liquid. This means it's going to be good and juicy and syrupy, but it's just very important that it reduces, because what can happen is you won't end up with a flaky dough, and that's what we're really after here. I've already set my oven at 425 degrees. We're going to blast it at 425 for about 8-9 minutes, and then we're going to reduce it to 350 for another half an hour. So all in, you're about 40 to 45 minutes away from something that'll absolutely make everybody's head blast off their shoulders. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Okay, once you see that it's reduced about halfway and that liquid's nice and golden brown, what we're going to do is we're going to reduce our heat to medium, and I'm going to head on over with the dough. Let me show you how I get that sorted, okay? Sound good? I know it does, because it looks good too, doesn't it? All I'm going to do is I'm going to flip up one end, just like this, and I'm going to roll it over the rolling pin, and we're going to bring this guy directly over to the apples. And we're going to do 1, we're going to go 2, we're going to do 3, we're going to go 4. It's very important. Alright, so this is ready to go into the oven now. What we're going to do is we're going to shut off the burner. We're going to throw it in at 425 degrees. See you in a half an hour. Okay guys, half hour's up. Oh, how beautiful that looks. slice it up, and we might even eat a little bit. I'll see you in a few. Well, everyone, thank you very much. I hope you all have a swell evening. Enjoy.